新世紀エヴァンゲリオン
Alright, let's finish stage 73 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. This was like Tadori Tsuite something. Arriving at the boundary after a long struggle. And that's exactly what has happened. Kaoru has descended and to Central Dogma, found Adam. And that's kind of where we had paused with things. Here, Katsuragi was saying, Shinji-kun onegai, tanomu wa yo. So we're like, please, Shinji, or we're begging you, it's our wish, like we're counting on you. Because Shinji is the only one that's near there that can do anything about this. Yahari, as I thought. Kore wa Adamo janai. As for this thing, it is Adam. It is not Adam. It is not Adam. As I thought, as for this thing, it is not Adam. Debated. Kurokitsuki, the black moon, Ririsu. It's the black moon, Lilith? Ririsu. Now we've seen Ririmu, right? Ririmu, but he says the black moon, Lilith. Soka, I see. 最初からここにいたんだね. From the beginning, existed in this place. So like I see you've been here in this place since the beginning. このジオフロントは君が最初に来た時にできてたわけか? As for this geofront, you, like from the beginning, arrived time, created. Is that the reason? So the reason was the geofront was created like when you first arrived. そしてずっと待っていた. And so then, like continuously waiting. You've been waiting all this time. 継承者がここまで来るのを for the coming of 継承者 to this place. Or up until this place. So 継承者. A successor. That turned out to be the perfect place to pause. I'm just realizing like, hey, that was perfect. Had I like turned the page and read one more page, that would have been like, oh. Okay, I'm looking for Neon Genesis. There we go. Yeah. So, and then all along been waiting for a successor to come to this place. Zoom. By the way, we were having a discussion earlier about how Japanese sentence order technically doesn't matter. We often say that verbs have to come at the end. This is a good example of it, how in speech that doesn't happen. So here we get, again, so waiting all this time, and then the direct object, like what have I been waiting for, or what have you been waiting for? The direct object is here. And the associated like identifier coming after the verb. But it doesn't matter because these are all specified what their role in the sentence is. Zoom, goba. Okay, the Evas are fighting. Baga! This is Shinji. This is Asuka's machine that Kaoru is controlling, or sort of. Basha! Splashing water. Oh, okay. It's Shinji having exerted himself. So れ以上少しでも進んだら容赦しない。容赦 is leniency or forgiveness will not do. So more than that, even a little bit, if proceed, forgiveness will not do. So I won't let you or forgive you if you go even a little bit further. どうかな?たとえ僕が使徒でも人の形をしたものに君が手 手をかけられるの? Okay, so how is it, I wonder? Someone like me, even if a Shito, a human shape, even though doing, like, are you able to place a hand on me? Te o kakeru. No, not o. O. Yeah. Are you able to lay hands on me? Are you able to touch me, even though I do the shape of a human? Even though I'm an angel or a Shito? でも、僕がこれに接触すれば、サードインパクトが起こるらしいよ。However, I, to this thing, if touched, however, I to this thing, if touch, oh, he's talking about this. Like, if I touch this thing, I don't know why it's kore ni instead of koreo, but basically, if this thing is touched by me, it's passive, that's why. However, if the thing is touched by me, the third impact will occur, or so I've heard, you know? Okay, so he's not letting Shinji on that this is not Adam. 接触した生命を含め、すべての種が一瞬で滅びうる。もちろん君たちリリンもね。Okay. 生命 is life or existence. So, and fukume to include, or okay, so this is the touched life or touched existence, including all species, all of the species in an instant will be destroyed. Of course, you guys, like humanity also, you know, and Jinrui is normally humanity, but now we get the Ririn, which we've seen again before. We never really got a formal definition. I can't remember if we had it linked with Jinrui, humanity, but apparently humanity is referred to as Ririn. So interesting that Ririn is humanity, and now we've seen the term Ririsu, Lilith. So, not quite sure what to make of that yet. どっちにしても君には辛い選択だ。Whichever way it is, as for to you, it's a difficult or a painful option or choice. 今なら戦わなくて済む。引き返せ。Oh, so if it's now, even if don't fight, it's over. Oh, this is Shinji saying this. Shinji is saying this. That's why it's all wobbly. It's like a speaker or something. If it's now, like without fighting, will end. We can end this without fighting. Go back. Hikikase, pull out. 戦わなくて済むか? So he repeats what Shinji says, like, without fighting will end, or it can end without fighting. Is that right? 相変わらず虫がいいな. As always, 虫がいい, insects are good. 虫がいい. Oh, you're asking too much. That is apparently, it is insects are good or are good, but that means selfish or asking too much, as always. もう一ついいことを教えてあげるよ. one more good thing I will do you the favor of telling or teaching you. サードインパクトが起こったとしても、人はただ滅びるんじゃない? Okay, the third impact, even if it happens, as for people just being destroyed, it isn't. So it isn't just, as for people, it's not just them being destroyed. 新しい形で生まれ変わるんだ. In a new shape or a new form, they will be reborn. Okay, this is what Zayla has been stating. 一つに結合して単体の生命としてね. In one combined, union, fused, 結合? 結合. I guess. Let's go. Yeah. In one, like into a single combination doing tantai existence. Simple substance, something standing alone. Okay. Existence of like, again, like of a simple substance. So they'll be reborn in a new shape, a single combined simple substance or something like that. そうすれば, if it's done that way, 君の望んでる通りの世界が訪れる. If it goes that way, or if it is done that way, your wished for, according to your wishes, world will be 訪れる. Otozureru. Okay, otozureru means to visit or to come or appear. That's what we want here. So the world, like according to your wishes, will appear, will arrive. Okay. AT field mo hitsuyonai. Even AT fields won't be necessary. 戦いや争い, fights and conflicts. 人を失う苦しみや悲しみ, losing people, pain, like suffering, and sadness or loneliness. 君はそのすべてから解放されるんだ. As for you, from all of that, will be released or freed. You will be freed or released from all of that. それでも、君は僕を止めるっていうの? So even so, or even with that, as for you, me stopping, that's what you're saying? サードインパクトは起こさせない. As for the third impact, will not allow it. Will not allow it to happen. Grab. そのナイフじゃ脅しにもなんないよ. That knife. 脅し. Otoshi ni mo nanai yo. Like even, I think like threat. Even as a threat, like it's not, that knife isn't a threat. さっきわかっただろ? You understood it from earlier, right? So Shinji had already tried to stab him and his AT field appeared. So that's what Kaoru is saying. Like that knife, you can't threaten me with that knife. これは僕の運命だ. As for this, it's my fate. This is my fate. 僕は最初からこの時のために仕組まれた子供だから. because I am a child, something born for the purposes of this time from the very beginning. From the very start, this was my purpose. Shikumare umareta. Devised, arranged. So again, as for me, from the beginning, for this time's purpose, born and arranged child am. And that's why. Yamero! Stop! Demo, but, 僕には意志はある. As for to me also, like will or volition exists. So he says, but, like basically, I also do have my own will, volition. Mizukara no ishi de unmei ni sakarao koto mo dekiru? With one's own will or with one's own volition, opposing fate or destiny, that also is possible. It is also possible to oppose fate with one's own will. Kanjigai suru na yo. Don't make a mistake. Don't be mistaken. Kimi no tame ni itteru n janai. For your sake, not saying this. Saying this aren't. So I'm not saying this for your sake. So don't get the wrong impression. このまま引き返したりしたら、老人たちが黙ってないだろう? Okay, so as it is now, even if did returning and going back, pulling out and going back, the old men will not be silent, right? And then we get Zela in the background. So Rojin, the old men, is referring to Zela. Rojin, old men. あいつら、速攻で僕を消すだろうな. Those guys, quickly, a quick attack, 速攻? Yes, a swift attack, right away, without delay. Me will erase, right? Those guys will basically eliminate me immediately, won't they? もともと僕の命はあいつらが握ってるのも当然だからね. So, originally or from the beginning, as for my life, those guys holding on to that thing also, it is dozen. Natural? Similar to, yeah, natural. And that's why. Those guys hold, are gripping my life, I guess. Grabbing onto my life. Oh boy. まあ、サードインパクトを起こそうと起こすまいと、どっちにしろ僕という答えは消えてなくなるから。Okay. Well then, the third impact seeming to occur or not occurring, whichever one it is, or whichever one do, as for the individual called me, will vanish and become nothing. So because of that, 本当は in reality, as for reality, 僕にとっては as for to me, サードインパクトなんてどうでもいいんだよ. I don't give a rat's ass about the third impact. The third impact or whatever, whatever way is good. I don't care. Okay. 僕に残された絶対的な自由は as for the liberty or the freedom as for the certain freedom that is remained to me or that is remaining in me, 自分の意志で with one's own will 自らの死の形を選べるってことだけだ. With one's own will, the form of one's death, choosing it's just that thing. Okay, so what this is saying together is basically like the only thing I have left, the only thing that is remaining to me that's like certain liberty or certain freedom to me is choosing the form of my own death with my own will. だから僕を君の手で消してもらいたい. Wow. Okay. That's why, as for me, to me, by your hand, want to receive vanishing. So, in other words, I want you to wipe me out with your hand. Kimi no te de. Nani o itte? What saying? Like, what are you saying? Kiko nakatta? Was it not audible? Did you not hear me? Kimi ni kashite moraitai to ittan da? By you vanishing want to receive, I said. I said I want you to kill me, basically. I want to receive the wiping out from you. 君が少しでも僕のことを思ってくれるなら、君がその手で消してくれ. You, even just a little bit, things about me, if do the favor of thinking. So even if you think about me, things about me for just even a little bit, with your own hand, with your hand, like will do the favor of wiping out. In other words, like if you just think about like my state, my circumstances for a little bit, you would do this favor for me. あの時の猫みたいに, oh, like that time with the cat. So when they first met, there was a stray cat, and he picked it up and killed it with his hands. So foreshadowing. He's saying, kill me like that cat, because he at the time said, we could try to save it, but it's just going to die from starvation or whatever. And so I'm going to put it out of its misery. そんなのずるいよ. That sort of a thing is zurui, which is like unfair. Zurui always comes up as sly, cunning, dishonest, but almost always it gets used, and we've seen this in Dragon Ball, is like unfair. That sort of a thing is unfair. そんな風に言われたら, that's sort of a style or a manner being said in that sort of a style or manner. できるわけないだろ? Like possible reason does not exist. Like there's no way I can possibly do that if you say it like that. 最後の願いなんだよ. It's my final wish, my final request. 僕のことを少しでも好きなら, again, he says the same thing. Things about me, even just a little bit, if you like me even just a little bit. 叶えてくれ, do the favor of granting my wish, basically. Okay. Not expected, but there we go. That is the end of stage 73. We will continue with stage 74 next time.